But you know what else is sad? Um, being a 49ers fan right now. I'll start it off. I picked the 49ers to win this game via upset. Jess and Daniel both picked the Seahawks, and then at the last minute, I'm like, you know what, guys? I want to be dumb, and I want to pick the 49ers to upset the Seahawks in the trilogy. Let's just say none of that shit happened, and now I'm upset. Opening play immediately, Rashid Shaheed, kickoff return touchdown. Off the rip, game started shitty. Next one, 3 and outs by by the fucking by the 49ers, field goals, touchdowns, fumbles. They were up 17-0 Seahawks after the first quarter, right? The game's already awful. Field goal then by the 49ers, get 2 field goals in the second quarter. Touchdown then makes it 24-6. Yeah, that's horrific, right? And we get to the third quarter, right? 27-6, right? Get a field goal. Brock Purdy then throws a pick. And then a touchdown makes it 34-6. And this is when we pretty much logged off the fucking game. We stopped watching at this point because there was no hope. There was nothing redeeming coming from this game at all. This will probably be the quickest breakdown. Seattle's defense is fucking for real. Their offense, that running game is fucking for real. Sam Darnold was hurt. Didn't fucking matter. The run game is for real. And the 49ers tried their best and got so far, but this was the straw that broke the camel's back. And by the camel's back, I mean the camel's ACL. Yeah. 49ers lose. Overall, to be honest, great for them to even get to this point. With all their injuries, a lot of teams would have been packed this shit in. Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh did their fucking thing this year just to coach this team up to even be in this position to make this playoff and get blown out. So I want to give credit to the 49ers for even getting to this point. But they got fucking destroyed. Yeah.
All it was due.
You had it coming.
I picked the Seahawks because I didn't even pick the 49ers to win against the Eagles. But I feel like everything caught up to them, and it just happened to caught up to them during this playoff game. All those injuries, and yeah, Brock picks the worst game to fuck up and not pull some Mahomes shit the way Caleb and Matt Stafford did today. Shut up, Daniel. Shut up. Just shut up. But it did way better than expected. They're going to retool and people are going to get healthy. And next year, I definitely think they're in the playoffs. They're going to be playoff contenders for sure. This was just a very fucked up season, injured wise, and it's very good for their morale. Like, of course, that they lost, but the fact that because now you guys proved that we can even win when we're hurt. More than other teams do. Because like you said, teams would have packed this shit in half a season ago.
Mm-hmm.
The minute Fred Warner went down, we're done. Nick Bosa, we're done. Kittle, we're done. Name them, they all went down. Juan Jennings, everyone. Mac, Purdy went down. Like, every single person got replaced.
Brandon Ayuk didn't play all year. Pearsall got shot 2 years ago and is still dealing with a knee injury.
Yeah, so I think... and some of these people won't be for next season, because that's just how the business is. But I think if you are the coaching staff and if you're Kyle Shanahan, you have to kind of like give yourself a pat on the back, even though you didn't win in the end, because you definitely had to grow this season. Because last season was abysmal.
Yep,
abysmal. This was a huge, big step in the right direction. So I feel like he just definitely leveled up because this tested everything. So we'll see what happens next year. They're going to have to do something because Christian McCaffrey's only going to get older. And how much longer is he going to be Superman for you guys? It was a miracle he didn't fucking get hurt this year. It was a miracle. A miracle.
Listen.
They got lucky. Woo, if they didn't have him, they wouldn't have gone this far.
Nope.
And that's just the truth. They just would have not gone this far. It's something else, but of course the whiners have a problem. The whiner fans, a bunch of fucking ingrates.
That's right.
A bunch of ingrates who spoiled. You're spoiled rotten, and you just don't get it how good you got it. Screw you and the Chiefs. Screw the Eagles fans. Screw all your fans. Screw the NFL.
There you go.
If
Just
you
screw them.
went to the Super Bowl in the last 5 years, go fuck yourself. How about that?
That's right.
Yeah, go big fuck yourself.
That's right.
But now I'm rooting for the Rams to beat the Seahawks for sure.
There we go. Daniel,
That
how
was
do we
my
feel
Niners.
about this game?
Look, I think it's very clear that Kyle Shanahan has struck a deal with the devil. It's one of two options for him, right? You either get healthy Christian McCaffrey and no team, but you win, or you get a hurt Christian McCaffrey, your whole team, and you lose. It's one or the other. So, look, I think the Niners, give them credit. Shout out to them. They had a hell of a season, played their ass off when they really shouldn't have. Robert Saleh did a hell of a job in that defense. Credit to him. He deserves all the accolades if there is one. If they're out there, probably deserves the head coaching job because of this.
Oh yeah, well he's been interviewing, so I'm sure he's gonna get something.
Yeah. So shout out to Robert Saleh. He had a great year. But yeah, I think injuries caught up to them. It was very clear the Seahawks team was prepared, rested. They knew what they needed to do. It seems like the Eagle game was more of the Eagles beating themselves than the Niners beating them. That's kind of what it's feeling like now. But I think overall, I again agree with you, Lewis. This defense is legit and scary. They're fast and they're physical. That O line for Seahawks can move anybody around. But it's a question of whether it's that legitimate because they played half of a Niner team. So we'll see. That's the argument, is that this was kind of a Niners practice squad they played against. So we'll see. Sam Darnold's health is going to matter for the Seahawks as well. We'll see what happens going into that game. But with that being said, the Niners had a great year. Seahawks deserve all the credit. The 12th man, the place was loud. Shut the Niners down, give them no chance, no hope, no anything. They continued to pile on, which was what you're supposed to do. Didn't even give them a chance to sniff a victory in this one. So credit Seahawks, credit Mike McDonald. He did his job. Seahawks did their job, and overall, it was just it didn't feel like a playoff game because it wasn't really treated like one for the Seahawks. They kind of just did what they've been doing all year. Great defense. Offense ran the ball. Christian McCaffrey couldn't get anything going. That's how it went.
Yeah.
It was a relatively simple game plan from the Seahawks.
Yeah. I mean, they destroyed them. And why did I pick the 49ers? God. Fuck. Why did I even do that? I'm stupid.